Pitata Smart Memo Pad is one of its most popular products, and well, after extensive testing, I can see why. Let's jump into my review of the Pitata Smart Memo Pad. Off the bat, for complete clarity and transparency, I was sent the Smart Memo Pad for free from Pitata for review. That being said, they didn't pay me for the review. They don't get to say anything about what I say about this product. And if you guys have watched this video before, you know that I have also reviewed their smartwatch and their dry erase pad. And it's not all good things that I have to say about them, okay? So there are some things that I do not like about Pitata products, and I offer some solutions to help elevate what they're capable of. And I'll be talking about that here again too. So here it is. It retails for $550 or less if you use my coupon code in the description below. It saves you guys a bit of money off of any of your purchases over at Pitata's website. Or, interestingly enough, you can also buy this from Ellusionist and get a coupon code for there too, but it's not as good, okay? So, Smart Memo Pad. Here's what comes in the box. Of course, I've done some modification to this pad. We'll talk about that in a moment. You also get the pen, which is right here. And it looks normal enough. If I could put this in anything at all, I'd put it inside of a gel pen or something like that, but I understand why they had to do it this way. As it stands, works perfectly fine. Inside, you also get some other stuff. This is a very, very feature-rich package, okay? You get a lot in there. Here's some stickers. These you get for the back of the pen. You get a lot of them, but I actually have a better solution I want to talk about in a minute. But they give you all those stickers to put on the back of your pen, which is pretty great, and they're reusable, okay? You also get the charging pad for the device itself, and you also get the cable for it. And then inside here, you get a hollowed out memo pad, which you can use to put the device inside of. And it also has some other interesting stuff inside of it because it has like all the care and feeding. You get 2 extra refills. You get a lot of these little shims and a magnet. And then you get a device that allows you to pull the refills out. And you get an adapter for the USB-C to USB micro that you'll need to charge the pen. I wish everything was USB-C, but you know what, that's fine. They give you the adapter for it. And then you get this hollowed out pad, okay? So you get that, plus you also get some more stuff, okay? You get this, I got this in 2 separate packages when it was delivered. A lot of stuff here, okay? Then you get this beautiful black box here with the gold foil on it. And inside of that, you get a memo pad, okay? Right there. And it has a built-in magnet for turning on and off the device, which personally, I'm not a big fan of the placement of that. I know there's tutorials online to remove them. That's actually upside down. To remove those and put them on the other side. The big fear, of course, is that if the magnet's here and you turn on the device by opening it up, some people naturally are going to want to fold the lid back on itself, and if you do that, then you've just effectively turned the device off again from the back. So not great. It only works if they hold it open like this, which, you know, for me personally, I'd be folding it back to do whatever my drawings or whatever were. So while it's nice, I would definitely remove the magnet from it because I don't see it working out very well. It's nice that they included it. The magnet in this thing is actually, it's sewn in place. I can't even, so it's sewn in there. You can't physically remove it with your fingers. You'll have to cut to get inside there and take it out probably from inside one of the pockets here. That's okay, you know, but again, well-meaning, seems like a good idea, and I like the pad. It's very high quality, but the magnet placement is not great. You also get, inside the package, you also get a regular memo pad. This one's not hollowed out, and then you get a second hollowed out memo pad. So as you can see, they send you a lot of stuff for your $550. It's an incredible device, and I've used it extensively this past October. I work inside of a haunted house pop-up that happens every year in October, and I have a room to myself where I perform magic for the patrons, and it's awesome. And this thing has got, it has to be hundreds of uses over this past month. It's been incredible. It's been living in my pocket and just always ready to go. I love this, especially paired with Peeksmith. The Pitata app as it stands, even the Pitata Pro app, which I'm very excited about eventually, is not quite there yet, okay? Unless you're wanting to pair this to your watch, which it will do, and it's awesome. Unless you're wanting to do that, recommend staying away from the Pita software altogether and using the Peeksmith software. It allows you to do a lot of other really great stuff, including integrations with Inject. And then when it goes to Inject, it then can go to any other program, say Hydra, QR Genie, MailFX, anywhere you want to send it. And that opens up some incredible possibilities. I think that that's really the way to go right now. Hopefully Pita will eventually give you APIs so that you can use Inject, which I think would open up its possibilities a lot more and get people a lot more excited. People who are living locked inside the Pita ecosystem and don't know that you can use Peeksmith are missing out on a ton of extra capabilities that their device is capable of. You'll see that I've modified mine. This is actually from based off of a separate but similar idea on the Facebook forums, which I recommend if you pick this up, you join the Facebook forum because there's lots of really great ideas on there. But I've turned this into an on-off switch. Okay, so it's magnetically turned on. So now it's on. Okay, now it's off. And it turns on pretty quickly. Even something like Pita software or Peeksmith software, it turns on and pairs automatically in Peeksmith, which is really nice. You set it one time and then it will always remember and always turn on, which is really wonderful. Just it'll turn on as soon as you remove the magnet. It'll go to the black impression screen, which is great. So I really love that with the Peeksmith software. But these are just shims, and these come in the box. You get the magnet and the shims in the box. You also I don't know if you get the sticky tack that I used, but this was just, what did I use? I used the little glue dots, those little permanent glue dots that fit just right on the back of the shim material, and then you just stick it in place exactly where you want it to be. So what this allows you to do is to turn it on and off. Right, so now it's on, now it's off. The magnet stays in place so that way you don't lose it. You can turn it back off whenever you want to. But that's really nice because what that means you can do now is if you have a Quiver wallet, which I use mine every day, love this, you can put this, believe it or not, inside the Quiver wallet, okay? So that goes just right down inside there. The active side is facing this surface here. So I normally keep, you see I have some business cards in here, I'll keep the business cards right here. So as an afterthought, I'll go, hey, you know what? Actually, you have something. You have a trip coming up. There's some kind of event. There's a big event coming up. Don't tell me what that is, but do you know what I'm talking about? And they'll say, yeah. You go, okay, great. I want you to go ahead and take this, and then I got my QR code on the back, so I don't want to necessarily share that, but you'll hand that to them and say, just keep that up to your chest. Don't let anybody see what that is, but I just want you to write down that thought you're having right now, okay? And then they do that, and guess what? Now you've got the impression. And now that impression can, if you're using Peeksmith, can go to Inject, and then Inject can send that anywhere else you want to. MailFX, QR Genie, which is incredible. Hydra, which is amazing. I've created some real miracles having this sent out to Hydra. Mwah, beautiful. I love it. Very, very powerful stuff you can do with that. But it just lives in your pocket, and it's ready to go. I mean, look how it doesn't take up any space at all, and I can still do card to wallet with it. I love this. This is a perfect solution for me for walk around. So I told you I'd share a way with you that I've made my pen caps that is not the stickers. The stickers are a nice addition, but the problem with them is they are printed on paper. They're black ink printed on white paper, and after a couple of times of peeling them up from the edge, you're going to start to see the black chipping away. You're going to see little white edges, and it's going to look kind of messy and dirty. And while they can be reapplied, it's not an infinite solution. At some point, you will run out of those. So something that I've done is I've taken black electrical tape and I've stuck it down just on some wax paper. I've taken the end of the pen and I've smashed it down to create an impression of the end of the pen in the electrical tape, and then I've cut it out. And I've stuck that on there. And the benefit of this, I hope the camera can pick this up. The benefit is the light's really strong on it right now, but it doesn't leave that little indention where the charging port is. There's no tell that there's something below it, and that's maybe a sticker. It levels itself off and becomes a nice smooth sheet again after you apply it. I've used this one, probably about 50 applications and removals, and it's still going strong. I might replace it here eventually, but it matches the texture of the rest of the pen perfectly, and you don't have that little dip that happens. And black electrical tape is extremely cheap. So might be a solution for you if you're looking for a upgraded or different way to handle covering the end cap. Let's talk about battery life a little bit. So the first pen that I got, in the original kit that I was sent, the pen that I got had a defect. I got in touch with them. It was just draining battery. It would not turn itself off. It was draining battery. I'd wake up the next morning and it would be completely dead, charge it completely, up, wait overnight, wake up in the morning, dead battery. Not awesome. Not what you want. You don't want to have to like keep it living on a charger until you're about to do a gig and hope it doesn't die during the gig. That sucks. Okay, so I reached out to PETA and I said, hey, look, you know what? I think I got a defective pen. I checked all of these things. I don't know if the tip's stuck, but I don't think it is. Here, da, da, da. Went through a little quick kind of diagnostic with it. Found out that, yeah, it was probably a defective pen. They sent me out another one, and I got that in the mail about a week and a half later. And then I was able to start working on this. I actually got all of this stuff back in late September, but I haven't been able to do a review because I had to wait for the pen to get here, and then I had to wait to start performing with it before I wanted to render an opinion. It's a powerful, powerful tool in your pocket. I love having it. The battery life on it is incredible. I am doing 6-hour gigs with about a quarter of an hour to a half an hour break in between each of those. So we're talking about like 8 hours that I'm actively working and performing with this thing. And it just keeps up. The battery life is incredible. It allows me to perform the entire day without needing a recharge. I am just blown away at how long the battery lasts. The pen seemed to die before the board itself did, which makes sense. It's a much smaller battery. But you know, I actually just went in my car and did a little quick top up on it last night. I just turned my car on, plugged it into the USB port, and then let it charge for about 10 or 15 minutes in between shows, and I was fighting fit again. I can't say enough good things about this device. I really love it. I'm using it every day. It's incredible, and if you're at all in the market for some kind of impression pad, this is a good one. Guys, that's my review. Again, you can get a coupon code down in the description below, either to Ellusionist if you're shopping there and you're getting other stuff anyway, or if you want to go to PETA's website and pick up a bunch of their stuff. Got a much more substantial discount over at PETA's website. So no matter where you get it, if you get it, use a coupon code down below. You're going to help with me with a little kickback. Helps me keep this channel funded. And you're also going to get yourself a sweet discount. So win-win-win all the way around. Thank you so very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys real soon. Cheers.